My name is Phyllis Anderson, and I am from Indianapolis, Indiana. I have been doing hair for a little over 10 years and been using Matrix Color for pretty much the same amount of time. I first discovered my love for kind of doing hair when I was really little, and I would give every single Barbie doll my parents ever bought me a bob right after I took off all their clothes and put them in the bathtub, because that's just what you had to do with dolls. They went in the bathtub and then they got a bob, so they're kind of like a shampoo and then haircut. Started really young, didn't I? Always messing around with things like that. I had a little Tykes, like pink vanity, those big plastic vanities, and they would buy me makeup, and I would put all the fake makeup on, and I always happened to find like the one like pretend lipstick that was kind of like chapstick, but it always had a color to it, and put it all over. At one time I got in the backseat of the car and I had purple lipstick all over my face. So flash forward to high school and I found theater. I got involved with hair and makeup with them, and I discovered my love for the changing how people looked, making people look a certain way, going from point A to point B, and how I got there, and what did I have to do to get there, and what did I have to use, and what tools did I need, and things like that. Right after high school, I joined the Army and was injured and got discharged about a year later under a medical discharge. But one benefit of joining the Army, I learned how to be very honest, and I learned how to have a lot more integrity in the way I approach things. I believe that honesty is the best policy. If something works a certain way, tell them they work a certain way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's not much you can do about that. Out of the Army, I got into beauty school, discovered my love for doing hair. To completely change somebody's look in a couple of hours, it just had this extreme amount of appeal to me. But I was lazy. Not gonna sugarcoat that. Didn't want to put in the effort to make somebody look different. And that's when my thirst for education came in, because I had an educator who came up to me and told me that if you don't change the way you want to do things, this isn't going to work for you. You've got to want this, you've got to want to work for it. And I'll never forget that, and it stuck with me, and I was like, I'm going to show you I can do this. I can really do this. And so I applied myself harder than I'd ever applied myself before, and graduated early from beauty school. Well, earlier than their projected time. I still had to do the 1,500 hours that Indiana requires of me. But it was really awesome. Like, immediately started working in a small family-owned salon. Got to learn a lot from the owner there. She specialized in updos out the wazoo. Like, she did so many updos all the time, and that's something that I got to learn from her. Felt that I wasn't getting what I needed from there. Really wanted to learn more. It was just too small of an area. I needed something bigger, so I looked into a JCPenney salon near me and switched over there, and that was 8 years ago now. And that was pretty amazing choice. Quickly went from a designer to a master. Pretty quickly after I became a master, I began working as more of a mentor towards newer stylists in the salon, being able to help them achieve what they needed to achieve, walk them through. I'm a firm believer of everybody's got the knowledge inside them. Sometimes you've just got to walk them to the answer that they already have. To get somebody to say, they know what they want to tone their client with, but they're just not sure. So you ask, why do you want to tone them with this? What will that achieve? And walking them towards their answer that they already have. I realized that was something I really enjoyed doing, and when I got the opportunity 2 years ago to go to the Chicago Hair Show, I experienced something that was eye-opening. To see all of these people that loved doing what I'm doing and that loved teaching what I love to know about was just, I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. This is me. This is like, I want to do this. I want to share everything that I can learn with everybody that I come into contact with. I wanted to share that. And so I reached out to Matrix. And after many months, it feels like, here I am. I finally get the opportunity to learn how to facilitate, not to teach, not to show somebody how something needs to be done, but to be facilitated to and to facilitate others. It's an experience that I don't think I'll ever be able to say how thankful I truly am for. But thank you. Okay. On another note, the second half of this will be cut into a couple of different sections. It's a little jumpy. It's not like the best work. I'm working on the editing thing. It'll get better. But I am using SoColor color eraser. And we're going to see how long it takes a swatch of hair to go from the SoColor Cult Royal Purple to a tone that we could work with to continue on somebody's color journey. Stick with me. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a demo of the SoColor Cult Color Eraser, and we are going to mix it with 2 ounces of warm, it says deionized, but you can also use distilled water. So we're going to take 1 packet of this, and this is in our cup right here, and we're going to add in the 2 ounces of warm water. And always make sure you're wearing gloves when you mess with stuff like this. So we are going to mix the water and the color eraser together. Making sure we get all the edges in the bottom of the cup. Mixing it very, very well. Now, what we are going to be using are SoColor Cult Color Eraser with today. We are going to be using it on this swatch, and this swatch was originally a blonde color, and it has on it the SoColor Cult Royal Purple in the semi technology. Using this color eraser should be able to remove this within 5 to 30 minutes. Okay, so we are going to submerge the swatch in it. I'm going to get my little whisk again. And we're going to use that. This isn't any kind of like super technical. We're not going to use a brush or anything like that. I just want to show you that with extreme saturation, obviously, because we are dipping it completely in. This obviously you would not do with a client's hair, but almost immediately you can see that start to change color. So when I show this, if I take my gloved fingers and I just do that, we pretty much have an immediate color change on this, which is pretty amazing. it is green within 30 seconds to a minute. So that's how quickly this stuff starts to work and to start removing that color from the hair. So what we're going to do is we are going to submerge this again, and then from here on out I'm just going to do photos of the process every like 5 to 10 minutes or so. Okay, I'm back. I know I said these last couple shots would be done with pictures, but I decided to show you. It was exactly 5 minutes, and this is the amount of tonal change that it got in about a minute of soaking in it. This is the originals, and then this is the color that it's turned now after 5 minutes. So I think we can get this a touch lighter. I think we can get more of this pigment out, so we are going to dunk her again. Use my little whisk again. Alright, and we are going to wait another 5 minutes and see what we get. Alright, I am back. It has been officially 10 minutes since we originally put the SoColor color eraser on our hair swatch, and it had 2 ounces of warm distilled water mixed in with it. And if you remember, this is what it started at. You have the original color of the hair, you have the purple, the royal purple in semi, you have what it switched to when we put it in for about 60 seconds, and then you have at 5 minutes, and then the rest of this is at 10. I don't know about you, but I would feel plenty comfortable putting any other fashion shade or color on top of hair that was this light. It's a great pre-lightened shade. I'm very happy and kind of amazed with how easily that came up. Far, far less difficult than what I was thinking. I approve.